So the vast majority of our students that we serve as county schools qualify under the demographics of being historically marginalized. High poverty rates, things of that nature, racial identities are prevalent. So when you look at the students who are closer to pain and what opportunities are being provided for them, this program allows them to see life and see the legal system, to see government actors such as law enforcement, the judicial system, differently.
The motivation for us is we do not think that notions of your own rights and civil liberties ought to be reserved for people who go to college or law school. They're in the Constitution. We should all be aware of that. We want people to know as much as they possibly can about their own rights, and then they can exercise those rights. We want these kids to be exposed to a different environment. And that environment not only includes attorneys, right? It includes attorneys for the DA's office. It includes attorneys for the public defender's office. It includes investigative techs for both of those offices. It includes unbelievable professional administrative staff for all the offices because we have over 60,000 cases a year that we process.
When you add the piece of students, again, who are closest to pain, who have the opportunity to understand their particular situations differently, their family members' situations differently, and to hear that from folks who they no longer oftentimes view as the enemy, I think allows them the opportunity to gain wisdom that otherwise is not afforded as part of your traditional experience in K-12 education.
So obviously, the county schools in our office are involved not only in the civil liberties program, but also in the mock trial. I currently have colleagues in the office that are prosecutors that I made job offers to, and they work alongside us to go into court. They were former mock trial students. Now they're mock trial coaches. And so what you see through the collaboration between the education system and the DA's office in that regard is an interest, following through, and now giving back. To be able to say that they could go into a real courtroom and they could present and they could give an opening statement or speak in public or ask questions and think on their feet with a real judge sitting in a real courtroom, that's like them going and playing at Staples Center or Fenway Park or Yankee Stadium a game and go, hey, I can pull this off just like the pros. Still, I think one of the greatest stories from Civil Liberties is one of the first classes that we're able to talk to about. The county arranged for the children to come to court and actually watch a live hearing. One young lady, I remember, you could just tell she knew that she looked great and she felt like a professional. And after the hearing, she asked somebody about the court reporter. And she says, what do they do? Why do they do it? And what's the importance? And one of the teachers explained it. That young lady said, that's what I want to do. And so that's worth it right there. So you take a student who normally probably wouldn't get exposed to the courtroom in a necessarily positive manner. And we joke all the time, if you're not getting paid to be in court, it's not really a fun place to be. But with her, she had the opportunity through the county schools to experience something and then decide, hey, that's a profession I want to pursue.
Children are unique in this one regard. How they perceive their place in society, how they learn to leverage their voice, how they understand the world around them is oftentimes shaped by what the adults do. When you are able to bring something as important as what the DA's office does just as an entity and what schools do and how they represent community, and when you're able to merge those things, there is nothing better. This is the dynamic that the world has needed for a long time, and when you add the component of those most vulnerable in our school communities, second to none.